Welcome to Factoring Quadratic Equations when a is greater than 1. It's time to get down to business. So we have quadratic equations that look like this. Ax squared plus bx plus c. And keep in mind that the a, the b, and the c all represent numbers. And the method we're going to teach today only works when the a is greater than 1. For example, 3x squared minus 7x minus 6. Notice that the 3 is greater than 1. So let's take a look and factor this out. So we're going to follow certain rules. And the first is to find the product of a and c, or multiply them, and negative 6 times 3 is going to give us negative 18. And then step 2 tells us to find the factors of negative 18, which are, and we need to know which one of these is going to add up to b, or negative 7. Looking at our list, I think we're looking at the last one of negative 9 and 2, because negative 9 plus 2 is going to equal negative 7, and that's exactly what we're looking for. So next, I'm going to rewrite the equation, but instead of negative 7x, I'm going to replace that with the negative 9 and 2, or the factors of negative 18, like so. Next, I'm going to group the first two terms together and the last two terms together. Okay, and when possible, you want to factor out the greatest common factor. For example, if I'm looking at 3x squared minus 9x, I know that 3x is going to be my greatest common factor, because 3 goes into both 9 and 3, and 1x is shared between the x squared and the x next to the negative 9. So if once we factor out the greatest common factor, we'll ask ourselves, what times 3x is going to get me 3x squared, and that's going to be just x. And what times 3x is going to get me a negative 9x, and that's just going to be negative 3. Then I'm going to do the same thing to the other two terms that are grouped together, the 2x minus 6, and I'm going to pull out the greatest common factor, which is going to be 2. And then I will ask myself, what times 2 gets me 2x, and that's going to be x, and what times 2 is going to get me negative 6, and that'll be a negative 3. Now I'm down to my last step, that I have the same binomials, and I'm just going to bring my coefficients together for 3x plus 2, and then I'm going to keep my shared binomial of x minus 3. And that's it. So now it's time for you to try. So pause the video here, try and factor out this quadratic equation, and when you're done, unpause the video to reveal the answer. Well, if you got it right, throw yourself a dance party. And remember, the only time success comes before work is in the dictionary. This has been a Struggling Student Productions. If you like this video, please press like at the bottom and subscribe to our channel.